So I'm having some difficulty reconciling your testimony today along with reports from the Independent Fiscal Office and testimony from the Department of Revenue. So, you know, numbers are your friends. They'll tell you what you want them to say. There is evidence, contrary to the evidence that you presented, that in fact when Washington State raised their minimum wage, they went through an initiative. Their unemployment rate at the time was 3.9%. Today it's at 4.3%. You know, so other states have had a mixed bag when it's come to raising their minimum wage. And so it begs to ask the question, which is how many individuals lost their jobs due to minimum wage hikes? How many of those people left the labor market entirely and had to seek some sort of public assistance to make ends meet? The Independent Fiscal Office is predicting that we're going to lose 33,000 jobs as a result of this minimum wage hike that you are proposing. That's 3% of our labor force if this goes through. So I received an email over the weekend from a constituent who's concerned, and he wants to know what's going to happen to his wages. He makes $17.50 an hour. You know, if those people making minimum wage are making an additional $4.75 an hour, will he too receive that kind of wage increase, right? So I'm sure you being an educator understands salary compression and guides and things like that. What is going to happen, and can you comment and help me reconcile the potential job loss that the IFO is predicting?
Well, when I talked about this previously, I used to talk about the dueling studies that are out there. I don't see them as dueling studies anymore. If you look in detail with the IFO, there's some concerns with the timing of that. Things have changed a little bit in the year that has happened, with more states going to the minimum wage. But that IFO study also says that 1 million people could benefit from an increase in the minimum wage. So that, you know, you can look at 33,000 that might be impacted. There's 1 million that could be impacted in a positive way. The Washington study you mentioned, is that the Seattle? The study in Seattle? Because when they looked at the impact that initially they thought it was a negative impact on the increase in minimum wage. The folks that are involved in that study have since backtracked somewhat, and what they found is that there's been a positive impact on wages earned, and people have had to work less hours to earn them. There are a slew of studies that we could show you from UC Berkeley, from the Economic Policy Institute, from several other states. The net impact of all of these studies has shown that there has been a positive impact on
what you're saying is
wage.
that the Department of Revenue was not correct when they asserted that we would have absolutely no job loss as a result of the increase in the minimum wage.
When the Revenue Department said there would be no job loss?
Yes, that is correct.
I don't believe there will be. I think that's accurate. I think this is going to benefit our economy. So
we will see, and you're on the record as saying there will be no job loss as a result of a wage increase.
I'm saying that a minimum wage increase will have a positive impact on our economic growth, and it certainly will have a positive impact on the employees, the workers who get that minimum. If you want me to say there will be absolutely zero job loss, I would never say that. What I will say is that history matters, context matters, and when you look at all the studies that have been done, including the last time the minimum wage was raised in Pennsylvania, it has had a positive impact on jobs, on wages, and on the economy in general. And I will stand behind that statement.
No job losses. Thank you.